You're going to share the screen? Acha, okay.
I don't know how many people joined. Hello everyone, I'm Yogesh Dharmadikari and you're watching Power Pack Live Talk Show. This is one of the most exciting day of my life as this is my first show. In this show, I will interview many great personalities who are making an impact in the world community. Let me welcome our prestigious guest, Colonel Tyagvir Raghava, to the show. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for letting us you have here today and for giving us a bit of your time despite your busy schedule. Tyagvirji, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So,
I can, Yogesh.
so welcome to the show.
Thank you, Yogesh, for introducing me.
Okay, so shall we start now?
Yeah, please.
Colonel Tyagvir, what your journey looked like? I'm very keen to know your life story, which would be inspiring for so many people who are watching this show.
Yogesh, life, my life has been very roller coaster ride, and it has been very interesting. No regrets, wonderful experiences of all kind, failure, success, all mix. Let me tell you that I am from a very humble background of a rural area where from a village called Kaketal in district Aligarh, UP. Now, my schooling did take place there, and as I mentioned earlier, that we are from a farming background. Though we had land and farming was the basic business, or you can say basic work our family used to do. But my father and my grandfather never did any kind of farming because my grandfather in way back in 1937, he was graduate from Allahabad University. So he worked pre-independence in the Viceroy's office. My father too, he is postgraduate from Delhi University. He too also never did any farming. But yes, our roots are in the farming. Our great grandfather, who was treated as a landlord, so we used to get the farming done by others. As far my early childhood is concerned, that I was a good student. But of course, due to sudden demise of my grandfather, my father had his difficult teenage life. And then when I was in the teenage life, that time he was away working outside. So I had a little financially difficult life in the beginning. But I was being a good student. I sailed through all these initial hiccups of life, whether it was in the 10th or 12th. And thereafter, I progressed further doing engineering and then got a chance to get commissioned into the army. So there were a lot of ups and downs, but of course, all said and done with the great hard work and commitment and dedication, I could overcome all of them with the help of my family. So that's it.
Okay, so for people who are joined late, let me introduce our guest speaker, Colonel Tyagvir Raghava. So who is Colonel Tyagvir Raghava? So he is postgraduate from IIT Kharagpur in telecommunication, started career in public sector Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Nasik in 1984, moved on to government job with Department of Electronics in Delhi in 1985. During same period, also selected for Railways and Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. TIFR Bombay. And since he was always inspired by army and its adventurous way of lifestyle, he got selected through service selection board, where the selection rate is very, very less. It's only 4%. He did it in 1986, and then he joined in Indian Military Academy as lieutenant in 1987. So he served army for 23 years in various command and staff appointments. At the rank of colonel, he decided to transition to corporate, which was a challenging decision at that time, moving from a secure job, respected job, to the uncertainties, the world of uncertainties. But the universe has been kind that he did not sit idle for few weeks even. In his first company, he worked as a director sales for 11 years, and now he is working as a VP government sales in another company from last 3 years. So now he's following his passion to help people, which is also the theme of our talk show today, to unhook from their past and win life like a warrior. So, Colonel Tyagvir, next question to you. What major challenges you faced in your life and how did you overcome?
Yeah, Yogesh, I don't think anybody has a life without challenges. Everyone goes through those challenges, and so I have gone through it. And what I say is that if there are no challenges in life, there is no fun in the life. And the life without challenges is no life. In fact, it will become like a straight line. There is no ups down, then it becomes a straight line, and a straight line always represents as a dead man. So ups and downs are very much welcome. Then only you learn through the life. The first thing, the challenge which I can tell you is that immediately after my intermediate, then I appeared for the NDA exam, and I failed twice. Okay, so that was some setback, and there was a challenge because since I always like to get into the army because of I was inspired with the army personnel, with the way they conduct, the way they stand, the way they dress up, the way they speak. So somewhere in the back of mind, I always wanted that yes, army persons are something different, and I should be one like that. So I tried those NDA, and twice I couldn't make it, and then I thought, okay, let's see, let's go and do the engineering. So I continued doing the engineering, and after that, once I got the opportunity, then of course went for the SSB, saw the advertisement, and went for SSB and could get through in that. Then another challenge come that when after passing everything, because the examination for the SSB goes for around 6 to 7 days. They initially make you do some kind of group tasks, then psychological tasks, then some speaking, leadership, all kind of things are done. Thereafter is the conference in where the president takes your interview and other things. And you won't believe it that after going through 6-7 days of rigmarole, and then finally 8th day we were made to go to the medical and all. During the medical examination, again that medical exam goes for another 1 more week. So we were 11 of us who were selected after all these tests, physical and interview and everything. And one by one out of those 11 started getting rejected. Okay, some or other problem. Somebody knocked me, somebody heart murmur, somebody angle of the knee is not proper. So this continued. And I was very, very happy that, I am the only one still left. So when I was the only one left last day, that was the day of the test for the eyes. Okay. And I went for the eyes test, and suddenly I find that one of the tests, and the eye itself, there are 25 tests. So one of the tests I could not pass. I said, hell of it, I never had any problem with the eyes, but now and that was basically color vision. And I could not read that book completely. And that was the challenge. I said, everything has been done. And finally, at the end of the day, I am also out. And I was also become medically unfit. But the challenge was that they give you the option to appeal in the higher hospital. Because the instrument which they have to check your eyes for this color vision is a very rudimentary way of showing the book and then checking it. So it doesn't categorize, because there are four types of categories: CP1, CP2, CP3, CP4. So in army, up to certain level, it is acceptable. So they gave me the option. Yes, you can get it checked in Delhi base hospital, and I waited for the day, and then I went there again. And luck would have it, they checked thoroughly for around 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours, they checked everything of the eyes, and finally they found that I am within the limit, and I got through. So these are the challenges of life. Okay, means one place you get failed, you don't pass the India exam, then again you are committed, dedicated, you again went for the exam, then you pass through everything, you went to high when they declare a name that you have passed after the interview. So only 3 people out of 200 or so, again you are in the high, and suddenly when the medical is happening, again you are rejected, again you go to low. So it makes a perfect AC cycle. Okay, so there are many challenges like this in life, keep coming and keep overcoming, so long as you are dedicated and committed to that.
Wow, that's so inspiring. See, I understand this because I also went through one SSB interview.
Okay.
I was there for 5 days, but I could not clear it on the final day. And also my memory of my childhood, I like remember those. My father was also in army.
Okay.
So that is good. So now one question related to SSB interviews. What do you suggest to people who are appearing for SSB interview?
See, Yogesh, though there is a lot of material available on YouTube or internet, everything is there, huge things. But I will tell you something from my experience. What I think that when I appeared for SSB, and I didn't have any background, nobody was in my family who was in army as a commissioned officer. And I was the first one who went for this kind of interview and made it for that. So someone I asked that who was already in the army, and I happened to meet him. I said, "Sir, tell me that what they look for. How do I prepare for this SSB?" So he said, "You can't do anything much. You are what you are. You can't change your personality. What has been made is made." So I asked him, "What does it mean?" He said, it is a torch. They are looking for a torch. What does it mean by torch? Torch means that they are looking for a khoka of the torch, so that when this torch goes to the academy, they can put a cell in that, and it is workable torch. It can light. So initially they are looking that, yes, you are a person who can be converted into an officer. At least that much basic level you should have, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever you call it, academically, so that once you go to academy, they can put the cell in you and you are ready to become an officer, to command the troop. And that is the analogy he gave me of the torch. They are looking for a khoka. They are not looking as an officer. You should not go as an officer there. Because some people there, when they go there, they pretend to be like an officer, which is not required, which is not correct also. Okay. Because you can't learn the things which is taught in 1 year, 2 year by some coaching classes or by some discussion with somebody. You are what you are. You cannot change your personality. So within that personality, they find that, yes, it is a empty torch. So this torch, what I signifies, and when I teach some of the aspiring candidate for the SSB, so torch is TORCH. T stands for truthfulness. Okay. Firstly, you can't hide anything. Be truthful there. The moment you try to hide something or be falsifying something, you are caught and you are rejected. Second thing is O. After the T, it is a O. So O is that you should have officer-like qualities. Some officer-like qualities which can be refined. Third is your letter R. R is that you should be resourceful. Means that the kind of things are given there. When you are group task, you are doing it, they will give you some obstacle. They will say, here is the bomb, here is the way, here are the militants. how will you make a plan so that you are there, that you are winning that and killing those militant, and you can cross that obstacle of whether bomb or ID is there. So resourcefulness, you are having the limited resources. Always you are short of resources in the army, always, because the task is humongous. So third is the resourcefulness. T, I said, O, I said, R, I said, then C. The C is the, you should be commitment. Exactly, that you should have that kind of commitment and the character which gels with the officer-like qualities. Okay, and finally, it is the H. Okay, it is the honesty and the integrity. If you can show these 5 qualities, there depict your 5 qualities, let me assure you, 99% battle is won. And everything, and all things are interconnected. If you try to hide anything, if you try to manipulate anything, because you have written certain things in your dossier, in your documents. Now those things, they are making you to do also physically. Okay. If you said that, yes, like some story, because they will give you some picture where it is nothing is there on the picture, it is a blank. They will ask you to write, imagine the picture and write also. Okay. Now you have given some story, so that gives your thinking, how you think, how positive or negative you think. But when he's talking, when he's taking interview also, then they will give you some word or some sentence. Okay, speak on this. Now if there is a contradiction, then they will realize that yes, he is trying to falsify or trying to manipulate himself. So what you are, you remain that, but put across your best personality forward. If there is something which you are not aware, accept it. That is the mantra of getting through the SSB, that is torch.
Wow, that's amazing. So mainly you should have leadership skills if you
Yes.
are to, if you have to become a leader of the respected organization in our country, the armed forces. Exactly, and you cannot learn it through any course. It
You cannot.
should be by nature. Exactly, it can
What
be
you
practiced and
what you have become in 15, 20 year, last 20 year, 30, whatever has been your background, whatever you have been bringing up, you can refine little bit, but you cannot change yourself. So they are looking for a personality psychologically, that yes, how best you can fit in that organization. They don't want a misfit guy. Okay, and that misfitness, they check it with the word, whether how truthful you are, how integral you are, how committed you are, how much some qualities, basic qualities you have. And if all these things are there, rest is all academic, nothing else. But these basic ingredients, they will always look for it to make it. So you will find that even the 99% guy is rejected, and you will find 60% guy is selected. So that difference come between those qualities, those important qualities.
exactly. So I think they don't have a defined number that we have to select this many only. If people
No.
are ready, they will select more also. Or they will not select anybody also, right?
Yes, yes, yes. They will not. Yes, this very important point you brought out, Yogesh. They don't mind even rejecting thousands of people and sending it back. And they don't mind even if they find 5 people okay, and they will take it. But there is a limitation of the vacancies, of course. But they will always try to accommodate the good guy, good candidate. They will. Their aim is to, because as such they find a very less number of people coming in, so they always find that how to select the people. Okay, though it has become a rejection center, but if the basics are not there, they can't help it.
Okay, that's great. So next question. So it's regarding your passion which you have started. So what inspired you to start this working towards passion to start helping people to unhook their past and win life warrior? So could you please explain about this? What is exactly that, and what is your mission? I can say in that.
See,
Am I
Yogesh,
audible?
I had a very long uh, career by now. I have served in public sector. I have served in government. I have served in defense. And finally, around roughly 30 years in the government, public sector, and army, I decided to join the corporate. Why it has happened is that when I found myself that yes, I may not be progressing in my ranks and in the army, so I decided that yes, there was two situation with me, or rather, it was a point of crisis. And point of crisis, it's being a Latin word, it means that you are at a point where there are two ways. You can go to left or you can go to right. So there was a time when I came to that point in army, and so option with me was that I continued in the army. It is a very secure job. It's a wonderful job. No regrets. Uh, uh, Total secure job, and all kind of amenities, facilities. There is no denying from the fact. But after certain thing, because it is a paramedical hierarchical structures, everyone can't reach to the top. The chief could be only one. So people get overlooked at certain age, and that was the case with me at the colonel's level. When this happened, but I was a person that who always aspired to do challenging job, can't sit idle. Whereas in army, once you are overlooked, then you given a low profile jobs. Those are the things. And generally, you don't feel very satisfied if you are a ambitious person. So that was the time, whether I continue in this for till 60 years or 58 years, whatever was the retirement age, without any hassle, play golf, enjoy the life, and continue in that, and the salary will keep coming. Nobody can stop you, and nobody can retire you before 58. I could have done that. But then, since I was not satisfied with that situation, I thought, let me explore the outside world, and I took a premature retirement, and I jumped into the something like in ocean where there is no, I don't know how to swim in the ocean. So that was the situation. And of course, once you have jumped into the ocean, if you want to survive, you have to learn how to swim as well. And that becomes the situation in the corporate. But if you want to learn, if you are a good learner, and if you are committed to do your job diligently, let me tell you, there is no issue. Anybody can sail through. And I did that way before joining, before rather quitting the last day of the army. I had 3 jobs at my hand, and I picked up one, which happened to be in my place where I wanted to settle down. That was Gurgaon. And I joined it and continuing for last 13 years uninterruptedly. But during this 13 years of my service, because I'm coming to your question now, that how I reached to this win life like a warrior, I saw certain things which is happening in the corporate that I find that most of the people are very, very either dissatisfied, going through a lot of problem, whether family issues, whether personal issues, whether relationship issues, or official issues where they are working. And most of them are not in position how to negotiate those obstructions. Because first of all, they don't have a courage of taking risk. They are very low risk capability. In addition to that, they are also not aware of their capabilities. Self-awareness is not there. And when I saw this, I thought this community is there where something to be done. Because some of the people used to come to me, discuss with me, sir, this is the situation, how do we do it? And I always used to guide them that how you can manage the things. So that was the time when I said, when I got this opportunity of seeing the Dev Gadvi advertisement, and the motto was the quit 9 to 5 and follow your passion. I said, somewhere I wanted to help this community, and that is when I decided that yes, let this mid-career professionals who faces a lot of challenges, and the challenges are because the children are growing up, they have to paying some EMIs also, parents also getting older. So responsibility of parents, responsibility of children, responsibility of his own health is not looked after. And that is where I decided that how to help this community so that they can live their life like a warrior. And warrior means who can win, always who can win despite the obstacle, despite the failure, despite the hindrances. He should be able to win his life or career smoothly so that he is happy, his family is happy, and his environment is happy.
Wow, great thoughts. So I think you are on a great mission, and it's a great cause to help people grow in their career, know their potential. But then many people, they have the potential, but then they wait for being perfect before taking any new step in their life. Like you have taken decision, but many people want to do that, but they have not taken any decision. So what do you suggest to them? People wait for perfection.
See, uh, more than the perfection, Yogesh, what they wait for is the certainty in life. You see, when the life itself is not certain, how can you expect certainty in your movement in life?
Exactly.
Okay, life itself is not certain. So they wanted to take action. Yes, when this happened, then I will do this. It doesn't happen. The life in actual on ground doesn't go like this. Life, you don't know tomorrow what will happen. So without waiting for the certainty or fixing those milestones, if you are convinced, if you wanted to change or if you want to change your version of your life, then take action. Take massive action. Okay. Risk. Take a calculated risk. Yes, you got a logical mind and you got a gut feeling. Combine both of them, take a calculated risk and move on. Unless you take a step forward, how can you move to the destination? How can you reach the destination? So it is the problem of whether you call it a certainty or whether you call it perfection. Perfection is just a perception. Okay. There is no perfection in life. That perfection, you may think perfect, but I may not think perfect. So you take your decisions. Don't look for 100% certainty. Certain amount of certainty means you plan for a first 500 meters, then plan for 1 kilometer, then plan for another 1 kilometer. See that much, and if you know very well that you are stuck, you are being victimized, you are being exploited, you are not happy in that situation, then come out of that comfort zone. That risk you have to take. If you depend on that, yes, I am getting a salary, I am being humiliated also, I am being exploited also, you feel that yes, my health is also deteriorating, I am not happy also, then who will come out? It is you who has to come out of that comfort zone. Take a step forward. Don't wait for 100% certainty. Don't wait for that perfect moment to move out. Then only the life can be changed. So change is only possible provided you take action. And unless you take action, action not necessarily has to be 100% correct or 100% certain or 100% perfect. On the journey, when you are moving, you can find the course correction. Even the flight goes from, say, Delhi to London, it doesn't go exact straight line. It keep course correction, keep course correction. It goes somewhere, then take a course correction. So the compass, the direction you should have with you, that direction is your goal. But unless you move out, unless you take action, if you keep getting fearful of taking action, then nothing is going to happen. And let me tell you, this audience, that fear is nothing but a false evidence appearing real. Okay. Unless you realize that point, I'm afraid that how will you take action? And for that, you had to be courageous. And courageous doesn't mean that you have to be blindly. Take a calculated risk. And any action taken in the presence of fear is a courage. Courage is not only in the battlefield. Courage is everyday life. Every moment there is a courage. Okay. So it's only the courage means that you should take action in the presence of uncertainty, in the presence of fear. That is the courage. And let me assure you, if you take the calculated risk with your gut feeling, with your logical mind, you will always be the winner at the end of the day.
Wow, Colonel, what a powerful thought. So if we know what we fear most, and if we take a small risk, take actions, then we will build our courage and will become power packed.
Yes,
So
of course.
yeah. So you have almost covered my next question also, but if you like to add in that is what are the myths about starting something new or driving something on your own in your life? So what people have the myth about it? I think you have covered most, but if you want to add anything.
See, again, it's amount to the same thing. If you wanted to start anything new, firstly, that yes, you have to do a planning, but it is something like when you are going on a mission, you cannot 100% plan it or 100% see what is in the store when you are crossing the boundary line. Okay, you cannot see, visualize it. It is something like that. There is a line, there is an enemy other side, and you are this side. You don't know what is the enemy side is there, but you have to, with the inputs, whatever inputs you have available, whatever data you have available, whatever your wisdom, with that wisdom put across it and then cross the that dreadful line. So whether you want to start anything new, whether you want to take any action further, 100%, don't wait for 100% certainty. Whatever you have in your hand, those data, input data, and whatever your logical mind and the gut feeling says, take action. I am sure you will achieve. But it might happen that you fail once. It doesn't make a difference. You are failed only once you stop working towards that goal. The failing once is not a failure unless you stop working on that. So even if you fall once, get up again. Go towards your goal again. Start working towards that. Till the time you continue doing that, no matter what, you will succeed. And there are two kinds of failure, failing forward and failing backward. There are people who fail once, they get up again, they move forward. That is failing forward. There are people who fail backward, means they fail and they stop and they say, it is not my cup of tea. So long as you have this kind of mindset, very difficult. Your mindset should be what comes may, I will move forward. And if you continue like that, let me assure you, there is nothing which is impossible.
Yes, Karan, it's very true. Any setback in the life for
Yogesh,
since your background is military background.
Your voice, last question I could not heard.
Okay. It was a comment actually. Every for the comeback. So every setback is a first step for the comeback. So am I audible?
Your speech is cracking, Yogesh. You can come back. You can tell me again.
Is it okay now?
It is okay now.
Yeah, I'm saying you rightly said every failure is a step for the success, first step for the success.
Yeah.
And every setback in our life is a setup for great comeback.
Yes.
So with this, the next question, since you're from military background, so nowadays people don't take discipline very seriously. Discipline in life, discipline about work, discipline about health, about any activity, about relationships. So what is your say on this? So how to be disciplined in our life?
Yeah, Yogesh, this is a very right question and very important part of life. Firstly, let me tell that the part of that failure which you mentioned, always think that far end of the failure is the success. The far end of the failure is a success. You continue to keep failing. There will be a time when you will succeed. Okay. The person who invented the bulb, he failed 10,000 times. And finally he succeeded. Okay. So that is as far as the failure is concerned. Now you're talking about the discipline. Yogesh, in life, if you don't have a discipline, I think you can't achieve anything. You just can't achieve anything. Discipline is so important, whether it is your physical discipline, whether it is your health discipline, whether it is your eating habits, any kind of discipline brands you like that. You are branded basis on your discipline. You are in an office, if you are a mid-career professional, if you are in an office, whenever there is a meeting or any other event is there, it happens that you always reach late in the meeting. The people will not say in front of you, but people will say behind you that yes, he is a late Latif. He always comes late. Then you get branded as a latecomer. Okay. So that is a part of discipline. Means your discipline, your habits makes you branded. And why to pick up the wrong discipline or wrong habits to become branded, which doesn't help you, which harms you in your career? So that is what is the discipline in this case? Is that punctuality. That whatever time is given, you should be there 5 minutes before that. That is your discipline. Discipline of getting up in the morning, discipline of doing the exercise, discipline of respecting each other, discipline of everything. So discipline is such a word, Yogesh, if you inculcate in your life or if you follow in your life, your 99% problems will get over. You will succeed, whether it is your academics, whether it is your career, whether it is your business. Everywhere, if you follow the discipline of whatever kind it might be of your health, it might be of your relationship, or it might be of your education, anything. Discipline is a very important thing. When you talked about the military, there, the thing, I tell you the routine, it starts from 5 o'clock and it goes on till 10 o'clock in the night. Every activity is so timed. And let me assure you that not even a one activity will be deleted by 1 minute. Not even one activity. Every activity will start at time, will end at time, and whatever the instructor had decided, he will cover that much in that time. Similarly, like we have seen the PPM, our Passionpreneur journey also, I'm pretty impressed that they follow strictly military-like discipline, and which is the thing which give you the so much of productivity. When you are disciplined, your productivity is the 100%. Let me assure you that. Your sound is not there. You are unmute. Unmute yourself. Yogesh, unmute. You are mute.
Yes. It was disconnected. Yeah. So it was network problem. I was disconnected and connected back, so it was unmute. It was mute. So I know that you are still following that military fitness routine. I think in the morning as well as in the evening. I think every young people also should follow that. So would like to comment on that. Any one-line suggestion for that?
Yes. Yogesh, you see, army man, though he is not in the uniform, but army man, he remains army man throughout his life. Okay. But I don't say that it should be only with the army men. I am of a biggest conviction that everyone should follow that. Everyone should follow, because it is your life and you are responsible for your life. Nobody else can do the exercise on behalf of you. Nobody can else develop a good habits of eating, sleeping on behalf of you. And that is your life. If you follow that kind of regime, discipline, whatever you call it, or habits, it is you are going to gain the fruits of that, because you will have minimum kind of ailments, diseases, and you will have happy life. But if you don't ignore those things, you don't follow the routine, you don't do any activity, you don't do any exercises, you are going to suffer. Nobody else is going to suffer. So I would give this message to everyone that in the interest of your own health, please do some activity in the morning. Even the simple walking for 45 minutes is fair enough for those who are totally having a sedentary life. That 40 minutes of walking, 45 minutes of walking will keep you away from so many health issues, so many health issues. Just simple walking. And if you do some stretching exercise, little bit of yoga pranayam, I can assure you that 99% you will get rid of all the problems. And that is my message to everyone who is listening.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I understand this because my father was also in army, and he's still very disciplined, very particular about his health, about everything. Now he is retired around 25 years ago, but still he's following that. So that army mindset is always there. So one final question: what is one message that you would like to give to your followers and all the viewers on this show?
Yogesh, the most important message which I would like to give, because you are also addressing basically the mid-career professional, and the most important message is that, first of all, take care of your health. If your health is there, everything is there. Your job is there. Yeah. Because if you are unhealthy, if you fall sick, nobody takes care of you. Nobody. Even your children can't take care of you. Even your employer will not take care of you. Even your friends can't take care of you. It is you have to take care. So first and foremost, that keep yourself fit 100%. And if you are keeping yourself fit, let me assure you, nobody can stop you from working or having the employment. If you are fit, you are confident. If you are confident, there is no dearth of jobs. The moment you don't look after yourself, you lose confidence, you lose your self-esteem. Rest everything, academic qualification, everybody has got. So keep yourself fit. Don't relegate this to secondary position. Keep this at the topmost position. And if that is the case, at any age, till any age, you will, whether you are employer or whether you are employee, you will continue working. Whether you are in business or doing anything else, you will continue working. So that is the topmost priority. One thing which I always tell everyone, and telling here also, that your health should be topmost priority. Rest everything can be relegated, but not the health.
Wow, that's a great knowledge and wisdom for all of us. See, I would like to hear a lot of things from you, more and more from you, but now we have time limit. So I would like to thank you very much for all your knowledge and wisdom for myself and for all the viewers. But before closing the show, I have one gift for you. I would like to share my screen. Just give me a minute. It's a token of appreciation, token of gift from my side, from our show. Give me a moment. I'm sharing my screen. Just a minute.
And you can stop the recording now.
Can you see the screen? A small token of appreciation from our side.
Beautiful, Yogesh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you got them
So,
printed for yourself?
yeah, I have for myself, and I would like to give to all my means all my guests in this
Okay.
show.
Very nice.
So I will get it through Amazon to your address.
Yeah.
I hope you like it. Thank you very much for
Thank you
joining the
so much,
show.
Yogesh. It's a beautiful gift, and I really enjoyed your show. And I wish that your audience will benefit something from this.
Again, thank you, Kanal, for joining the show and inspiring all of us. And thank you so much, all the viewers, for watching this show. And I will come up with next episode with new guest. Until that time, wait for it. And again, thank you for watching the show. Have a fantastic time. And you are watching Power Pack Live. Thank you and bye bye and good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can stop the live first. I shall quit.